Hi friends, as we all know, audit is a very important and tricky paper for IPCC and CA final level and responsible for students' failure sometimes. To excel in audit paper, preparation and planning is very much required to avoid failure. Further, audit is a paper which requires a practical approach towards actual audit work. In my opinion, while studying audit paper, you should consider yourself as an auditor and analyze and comment on situation as an auditor. The syllabus of advanced auditing and professional ethics in CA final is vast, but it is interesting as you all have gained enough experience in articleship. So when you start studying, you will realize that the subject is more on concepts and vast syllabus becomes quite manageable if you build strong understanding of concepts rather simply reading it. The size of syllabus is quite vast in general, but the syllabus prescribed by ICAI for testing in the examination is quite less and concise than the general scope or practical experience of the subject. Coming to the scope of the subject, the inputs should be entirely considered from the study material of ICI as well as referring to the class notes and any other reference material if you feel necessary and comfortable. Some students have been made a concept that audit is all about essays, but there are slight difference if you have analyzed this paper properly. There are lots of small topics which are easier and can be prepared with 100% accuracy in short span of time. Students can easily cover small topics in a short span of time and score 50 to 60 marks with the full accuracy. Normally, most of students are facing failure in professional examination due to theory papers. The main reason behind this is lack of concentration in theory paper along with poor presentation and writing skills. For improved presentation and writing skills, I would suggest you to refer answer presented by ICAI in their suggested answers or practice manual or revision test papers, etc. Careful observation of ICAI such answers is very important, along with good study focus and observation is also very important to succeed in professional examinations. One more important thing, if you are conceptually very clear and strong but not able to present it, then there is some problem indeed which is required to be sorted out immediately. Good conceptual knowledge with good writing and presentation skill is the key to success. Special attention to essays should be given. While starting, you can go to easy and interesting topic like professional ethics, the company audit, audit report, etc. But never ignore or try to underweight standards on auditing part. These cover 20 to 30% of exam paper in paper 3 advanced auditing and professional ethics. Standards on auditing portion play a vital role in the paper. If nothing will work, then surely essays will work in this paper. Weightage of essays portion usually remains 20 to 30 marks or even 40 marks, but generally we found definite 16 marks of theory in every term. You cannot skip it because it is the mandatory portion, that is question number 1. So make your arrangement accordingly. I personally recommend you to read essays portion, standards on auditing at least 1 hour on daily basis. Then only you can able to memorize and able to write in exam hall. Otherwise, essays will curb you. There are no definite questions from specific essays in any term of exams. Unfortunately, no one can predict or assess ABC analysis on essays portion. Strictly don't gamble with essays portion, okay? Most of the students are failed only because of essays portion. The next topic is accounting standards. Just like the accounts paper, financial reporting, practical questions related to accounting standards are also asked in audit paper. So you must have already covered this in the financial reporting paper, paper number 1. Please special attention to essays and ASs, accounting standards. Only good knowledge of essays and AS is not enough, but you must understand the technique to apply essays and ASs in audit practical problems. For this purpose, refer ICAI suggested answers and observe it. And don't forget to memorize professional ethics, clauses and parts and it is. Because that's very easy thing and will give you at least 16 marks. Please do not compromise on first schedule and second schedule of professional ethics. Effective method of studies please understand the concept. The institute will not ask any irrelevant questions. All the questions are based on the concept. The clarity in concept will help you for dealing such type of questions. Have a good writing practice at home. You should test your preparation by attempting some previous exam papers, revision test papers, mock test papers under ultimate exam condition or environment. Later on, check the result of your effort and make necessary correction or modification to your study preparations. Strictly recommend for this paper. Mock exams are inevitable to pass audit paper. It is also advisable to mention essay in audit paper wherever required, just like sections. For example, if some going concern word is used in the context of audit, you may mention the relevant AS number, that is accounting standard where going concern is defined, and explain the same if you have time. Audit is a paper requires lots of quick and logical application of mind to answer practical problems. Hence, I would suggest you to give a reading to ICAI audit material to understand the depth and figure out the efforts and time required for preparation. By this kind of reading, you may prepare a strategy for audit purpose. Lack of good presentation, especially in theory paper, is one of the major drawbacks for most of the students. In theory, subjects good presentation is must, like a conceptual clarity. Okay, so refer answers pattern from ICAI materials. ICAI expects professional language from members, so start work on it. To score high in this paper, students, keep this point in your mind while preparing for this paper. Examples are like internal control, effectiveness, efficiency, pervasive effects, persuasive. These are just few words. We have seen audit material, so do not forget to mention such words in your paper. So use of proper and prescribed format for presentation. Another thing is after the FR and SFM paper, first and foremost, forget about FR and SFM paper. It is over actually. So do not answer the compulsory question at the beginning of the exam. First answer easy and short questions, and then devote time to tough questions. Sometimes easy questions are seen at the last page of the question papers, and you may conclude your answers in precise points, heading and subheading while writing in exam. In case of studies-based questions, case study-based question, answers should be split into two parts. First one is fact of the cases, and second one is relevant concept, and finally give your conclusion. In this way, the case study and application-oriented theory question can be handled. Another thing is advisable to mention applicable engagement quality control standards or accounting standards or sections in audit paper wherever required. Answers should be crisp, precise, and to the point to secure good marks. Days before the examination date, do not add any new topic in your schedule, which is not possible. Just focus on revision and revision. Answer the questions with due emphasis on the provisions of essays sections. Go through each and every topic thoroughly and understand conceptual points supporting each topic. If you failed more than 3 times, I prefer you to replace your old books with new books, preferably new authors. Impress the exam valuer with the starting answers. It should represent you caliber to give a good answer in all respects. Content, neatness, presentation. Avoid overwrite. Where they become inevitable, strike off and write again. Clarity is more important than neatness. If there is a question for which you do not know the answer but do not have the time to write it fully, write a synopsis for the answer. This should be done, if required, only at the end of the answer sheet. Underline the keywords in your answers. This is a must to enhance your point being noticed by the valuer. Avoid writing long and descriptive answers that take your as well as valuer time. When you forget some points when writing the examination, leave some space and start a new answer. You can return later and complete the previous answer when you recollect the points. Do not try to deceive the valuer in any subject. They are likely to be smarter than you, in which case the penalty will be high. Before answering any question, you need to make a rough solution in your mind and then go accordingly. No need to make hurry in papers like audit, as one mistake may spoil your entire efforts. You won't get amendments very frequently, so no need to worry about amendments, etc. Many students can't complete the paper due to slow writing speed. So boost up your handwriting speed, your professional approach, and qualitative effort is the key to pass the examination. To be a successful chartered accountant, everyone should be able to analyze and develop an understanding of topics and to be present in good manner. While studying audit paper, you should consider yourself as an auditor and analyze and comment on the situation as an auditor. Be practical and think like a chartered accountant. Thank you for your time. See you next time.